Good evening, ma'am.
Ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
How are you all?
Fine, ma'am.
So I'm glad you all are here today. And we are going to do a session on life skills. How are you all? If you all are feeling great, uh, show 5 fingers on your video or show thumbs up on the emotions. Can I have? Okay. Yeah, I can see Purnima. Yeah, Ritu. Thank you. Thank you. You all are feeling great. That's nice. If you're feeling okay, give a smiley on your thumbs up. Or you can show 3 fingers on the video if you want to. Yeah, Satamita ma'am. That is nice. Yeah. So there are a few who are feeling great. And is there anyone feeling low? You can show 1 finger or a smiley that is not smiling, a emoji that is not smiling. Good. I'm glad you all are feeling great today. That's so nice of you. Thank you for reacting to that and telling me about how you are feeling. Today, we are not here for about talking. We're not here to talk about textbooks or lesson plans or things like that. We are going to talk about something far more important. We're going to talk about the skills our students need to actually thrive in life, not just pass examinations. Now, here, I want to ask you one question. Is there any skill that you have acquired of late and you wish you somebody taught that skill to you in school? Can you please write that down on the chat? Any skill that you wish you were taught in school? Yeah, I'm waiting, ma'am. Any skill that you thought you would have acquired a lot of skills now, and yes, to time management, being punctual. Thank you, Suman, ma'am. Thank you. Communication, Purnima. Thank you. Thank you so much for those responses. Yeah, that's exactly the kind of skills we are going to talk about today. Yes, patience and time management. Thank you, Satamita ma'am. Thank you. So those are the skills that we are going to talk about today. Yeah. Yes, thank you. Physical activities. Okay, right. So what are life skills? Uh, WHO defines it this way: abilities for adaptive and positive behavior that enables individuals to deal effectively with the demands of everyday life. And these are the basic skills, and all the skills can be clustered into three skills: thinking, social, and emotional skills. All the basic life skills can be put into this. So here you may be thinking, why these life skills should be taught by a teacher in school? Yeah, why teacher? Why not the family? Because a research shows that skills that are taught in institutions, of course, in the family also, uh, have the highest retention rate. And you and I, as teachers, are the single most powerful vehicle for delivering these skills. Not an app. The app cannot deliver a skill, or a worksheet cannot improve a skill. That is why we are here today. Suppose among all these skills that you are seeing on your screen, which skill do you think are, name any two skills that your students must be struggling with? And they please put it in the chat. Any two skills. Thinking skills, yes, Deepa ma'am. Thank you. Some more, some more. Decision making and communication skills, yes, yes. Emotional skills, Nupur ma'am. Problem solving, yeah. Thank you, Radha Krishnan. Critical thinking and coping with stress, empathy and emotional skills. So these are the skills that we need to work on as we teach our lessons. So we're going to spend some time in understanding how these skills can be included in our teaching, and what are the practical ways these skills can be imbibed in our students. So, can you say which of the skill, suppose there are students who are struggling with these skills. There are some students in your class, or there will be students in your class who are struggling with these skills. How do you think those children are, give me one word that these children are feeling? Are they feeling like, are they feeling anxious? Are they confused? Or what is that they must be feeling? Can you please type that out? Give one word for the skills that the children lacking these skills, how they are feeling. Yeah, they're confused. Thank you, Satamita ma'am. And not clear how they can put it across. Yes, Deepa. That means that they lack, yes, they're unclear, confused, they have fear. Thank you, Purnima ma'am. Yeah, they have fear in it. Yes, they're scared. So thank you. Thank you so much, all of you, for responding. And these are the areas which we need uh, to help the children come out of these skills, these situations that the children are in. So, fear of expression. Yes, thank you, Dola ma'am. Fear of expression also. So, the 10 core life skills that WHO has put up is these are the 10 core life skills. We are going to focus on the basics, the ones that are most relevant for our school level. And if you observe, they pair up. See this self-awareness and empathy, they pair up. Critical thinking and creative thinking, they are paired up. Decision making and problem solving, they are paired up. Like this, if you observe, communication and interpersonal skills are paired up. So let us look at the next cluster of skills, thinking skills. What are thinking skills? Decision making skills, problem solving, and critical thinking. These are the thinking skills which we want. Some of you have put it up in the chat also, that these are the skills that we want the children to improve upon. How do you think we can improve upon? And one little insight here. These things are not taught and one go. They are not taught in one go. We create small micro movements every day, and we ask the children to weigh the options, so that we ask them why we are choosing this. So when we are asking them why we are choosing this, what are we doing? We are asking them to think critically. And when we are asking them to identify a problem and explore something, giving them a situation and asking them to explore, we are giving them problem solving situations. And decision making. So who will be the monitor today, or who will do the work today? All those things are, in a small way, they are decision making situations. Can some of you share if you have tried any of these thinking skills in your class? Please unmute yourself, and one or two people can share as if you have tried any of these thinking skills in the class. Share one. You must be trying many, actually.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, what I do is like, when when a student is
Uh, can you
complete the
repeat, ma'am? I
task.
wasn't able to hear.
So, I do is generally the student who's good in writing, I make them, and so the student, they help each other. Like, when he or she is left behind, they give them a company. Ma'am, he is not writing, he is in this. So in that way, the students are in alert mode, and this really worked actually. So they slowly and gradually they started writing. When they used to take one or two period to finish the task, at least they are completing in that particular time boundary.
Yes,
Even
ma'am.
in the
Thank you.
writing, even in the reading part also, ma'am. If they when you stand up for a reading also, if the person is like reading incorrect, so the other person sitting next to him will be correct before me corrected.
Yes, that's a nice thing to develop, ma'am. That's nice. Thank you for sharing. It may be an encouragement for all of us to do the similar things. And I'm sure many of you are doing such a activities in class where these skills are developing. We are trying to be intentional about it. So,
Yes, ma'am. And regarding one more thing, which I started doing this particular year is like, ma'am, like when it is a task when in junior classes, ma'am, the students, they don't complete their notebook. The notebooks are mostly incomplete. So what I used to do is like, rather than writing a remark, all this or that, what I stopped doing all these things. I take book from the student, which is completely done, and I put good remarks, and scan that notebook particularly. I take a printout and post that particular in the notice, the class board, and the star of the week notebook,
Okay.
that is.
Yeah.
So,
Star of the
so
week. Yes.
everybody wants, yeah. So that I give some rewards, I sometimes I bring some colorful pencils. So for that, and then a batch I make star of the week for the notebook for that. So
That
even this is an encouragement rather than writing notes.
that's great, ma'am. That's great. Thank you for sharing. Yes, we appreciate one, everyone else also wants to be appreciated. Yeah, thank you. Let us go to the next cluster, that is the social thinking, social skills. So social skills are effective communication, interpersonal skills, and empathy. And Deepa ma'am, what you are sharing are these social skills. They are, one child is helping the other. Interpersonal skills you are developing in the classroom.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
these are the most powerful skills, ma'am. And in this effective communication and in these interpersonal skills and empathy, the powerful tool would be to do a role play. For example, let us take a scenario, say two children, Rahul and Priya. So Rahul you gave them a job to do, a work to do, and Rahul is frustrated, saying that nobody is doing the work, and I'm burdened with this work and all that. Then Priya is upset because the work that she's doing is not appreciated well. So uh, this is the scenario. So now if we ask Rahul to think like Priya, and we ask Priya to think like Rahul, and reverse the roles, and ask them to enact how Rahul would have felt and how Priya would have felt by each other, then both of them are understanding the other person's perspective. Here, what is the skill that we are developing, ma'am? Anyone? What is the skill that
This
we
is
are
a
trying to
source.
do?
This is
Empathy.
a social skill,
Empathy,
ma'am. Empathy
empathy.
is
We are
going.
trying to develop empathy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for responding. So such role plays are a good way to develop such skills. So when students are doing such role plays, it's very good, and it comes out naturally to them. Maybe next time they will react differently. And another tool is to think and pair. So we put, like Deepa ma'am was saying, you pair up children and then you ask them to help each other. Even this I too have tried in my classes. So when we pair up the children and ask them to help each other, the work is done better. The one child who is helping the other child learns better, and the child who is learning understands better from a friend. That's what is called a peer learning. In this, we are actually developing interpersonal skills. Have you tried anything like this? Any feedback that you can give? Anyone? I'm sure you all would have done something like this in your regular classes. Please share. It's an encouragement for all of us. Or what is the
Ma'am,
big...
I did.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, please go ahead.
Ma'am, I did this in case of monitors. When one of the monitor is selected, and that is selected by the students itself. So after monitoring, every week one monitor is changed. So at the end of the week, what do we do? we just say some good words to the work that he or she has done. And the next week, the other monitor tries to do something better.
Good, good. Thank you for sharing that, ma'am. And
Yes,
any
ma'am.
challenge what are the challenges that we face in teaching these skills in a big classroom? Anyone who can share the challenges that we face when we are teaching such skills?
Ma'am, at times we get complaint from parents also, because at times the two children, when because their maturity levels are like not that grown up. So at times the children become very hyper also. So how to control in this kind of experiment is also very indulging. Sometimes parents say, ki, why this child is telling my child to do this, and at times we have to face all. At times, higher teachers, senior teacher also say, don't do this, don't do this. So a lot of things are there, but yes, the outcome, when it is a positive outcome, everybody appreciates. So
Yeah.
challenges are always there.
Yes, right. Very, very true. Challenges are always there, but we go through all those challenges, and we have to find a way throughout, because if the outcome, as you said, is positive, then we have to go for it. We have to go for it. And going through the emotion, going through those challenges, we may find it little difficult at that time, but when we know the outcome will be good, we will go through it. Then the third cluster is emotional skills. So self-awareness, managing emotions, and coping with stress. These are the emotional skills. And these skills are hardest to teach because they require vulnerability. And they are the most impactful also. Simple feeling check-in, like in the beginning I asked you, how are you feeling? So that also gives a little feedback about the class to us. How are you feeling? What are you doing today? And how is your mood? So these things, these activities, they don't take time. They just take maybe a minute or two at the most. But when it becomes a practice, then the children will understand, yes, how this is how I am feeling today. I can express my feelings. So this is how we can start in our classes. And it doesn't take a lot of time, because we are stressed with finishing our syllabuses, and we need to complete it in time. So we need to integrate these skills within our lessons. So what do you think? What are the emotional challenges that your children must be facing today? Can someone put it up in the chat or tell? Anyone? What emotional challenges your students must be facing? Just type anyone. Self-awareness or managing their they must be mostly reacting. They don't respond.
Fear of fear of failures,
Fear of
failure. Like
fear
they
of
cannot have
failures. Yes, yes.
stress, anxiety. They cannot take it. Like since the child are more pampered by parents, they cannot handle the real life stress.
True, true. And
Isolation, man, because of families are nuclear. So isolation is there. They cannot, like in our time when I was a student, I remember because we used to live in a joint family. So whenever my mother used to shout or father used to scold, we used to go to our grandparents, and we share. Then they used to explain her, no, this is the thing when you have done wrong. So that's why you have got this. So this is like how I feel like now the families are being nuclear. So isolations are more. The children like to be alone, be by themselves. So the
True,
proper
true.
guidance is missing.
Correct. What you say is right. And we have to handle that situation also. They want to be isolated. They don't want to participate. They don't want that interpersonal skills. Right. Thank you, Purnima ma'am. But yes, we need to build student confidence, and we need to help shy and anxious students to participate in the class. That's a challenge we face to make them participate. I do find it a challenge in the classroom to make the shy students to participate. And some are, yes, Punita ma'am, thank you. Oh, they are very sensitive. They don't open up. Yes, for these children, maybe if the some in the beginning to start with, if not uh, open speech or open talk in the class, we can ask them to write down what they feel like, or what is the answer, or any response that you want from them. Maybe by writing they express slowly over a period of time, then they may start speaking too. So this is one way to handle that very shy students. This is a common thing in all our classrooms. Thank you. Thank you for giving those inputs. And I'm going to give you a small case study. So this is Priya. She's aged 10. She always, please, she always gives up when a task is hard. She cries and says, I can't do it. In group activities, she refuses to speak. Her grades are fine, but she avoids any challenge that might lead to failure. Please read these questions, keep them with you, because we will go into breakout rooms and try to discuss with each other. Within 3 to 4 minutes, we will come back. Please read, which life skill is Priya struggling with? What one classroom activity could help her this week? How would you know if she is improving? Um, I think I don't have the uh, control to put you into uh, breakout rooms. Maybe we can discuss here. Yeah, we will discuss here or in the chat. Yes, Punita Kaur, ma'am, thank you. What is the life skill that she is struggling with? She is struggling with lack of confidence. Very right. Very right. Anyone else? Let us discuss this.
Ma'am,
Self-confidence.
resilience, resilience,
Yeah, resilience.
resilience. Ma'am.
Confidence is one thing. And then what? Yes. Correct. Others also please participate, because this is interpersonal skills, lack of interpersonal skills. Please participate, everyone. Recommended classroom activity. Yeah, please tell me what is the recommended classroom activity. There are many who are quiet. Please put it in the chat or speak up. Shilpa ma'am, Ashwini ma'am. Purnima ma'am, low stakes collaborative role play game. Yeah, yes, very good. That is one activity which would help her to come out of this um, uh, lack of confidence. Okay, debate competition in the classroom. Nupur ma'am, yes. Satamita ma'am, the child has to be brought in front of the class. Okay. But she is very shy. Do you think she will be comfortable? Participation. How would we encourage participation, ma'am? Purnima ma'am. How would we encourage that participation? By motivating. Yes, Ritu ma'am. Yes. Others also, please participate. So this is a and how would we know if she is improving? What indications would be there for us to say that she is improving? She spends more time attempting a difficult task before expressing frustration or asking for help. Very good, ma'am. Purnima ma'am, thank you. Appreciation helps her. Yes. Appreciating her helps. Yes. Shilpa ma'am, yes. Speaking, yeah, one small activity. She can share one simple idea. Thank you, Shilpa ma'am. That's nice. That is nice. And yeah, Deepa ma'am, yes. How would we know if she's improving? Because she's asking for help. Yes. She's reaching out to others. Her interpersonal skills are improving. Yes, ma'am. That is nice. She asks for help when needed. Yes. Any more ways to identify that she's improving? Yes, Nupur ma'am. Yes. Classroom debate every week in one day and give some reward. Yeah, good. Some reward. That is correct. We need to give them some reward. Children wait for that reward, actually. Children wait for that reward. Though even if it is a small toffee, they're very happy receiving that reward. Yes, if she starts asking questions in the class, that is also an indication that she is improving. Thank you, Sudha ma'am. Yes, Deepa ma'am, correct. If she's using positive statements like I will try instead of I can't do it. Thank you. Thank you. That is one big achievement. If she's able to say I will try instead of I can't do it, that's a big achievement by us.
Yes,
By
ma'am,
our
because in the case study, it is
initiatives.
I
Yes.
can't do it was the main sentence. So that was like, I thought like instead of can't do it, like I can try is like a positive way of improving.
Yes, correct. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating and giving your valuable inputs. We will now see how we can embed these things in our classrooms. Okay, so there is a 3-step method. This is uh, a method that is tested scientifically, and we don't need extra time. It needs to be observed in our normal classrooms. So we need to notice, we need to spot that moment. We need to be little alert and we need to be little intentional. So we need to spot the moment and we need to name the moment and practice it. Like what is spotting the moment? Like if a child is giving up, like this particular child, Priya, she's giving up. She's saying, I can't do it. So in such a situation, we have observed that that she's not doing it. So we are noticing that situation, and then we are naming it. we are encouraging the child to come out of that situation and then say, do positive things, improve her skills. So if a child is, say, there is a conflict between two friends, and then they solve it themselves, then that is a good interpersonal skills. They solved it themselves. And then when somebody is helping others, then we can just say, good empathy, you have shown empathy today. And then we need to create micro moments or micro activities in our classrooms. A quick uh, pair and share activity, or a show of hands, or a silent reflection for a minute. What did you do today? And what did I learn today? Or what is the skill I have learned today? Those things are practicing. Those things will take maybe a minute or less than a minute. So if we are intentional and if we do it, we name these things and we practice it in our everyday classes, I think we will achieve a great success in embedding these skills in our classrooms. So these three things are very, very important. Please make a note of these things. We notice it, we name it, and we practice it. Again, I repeat, we notice it, we name it, and we practice it. So here we have age-wise classroom approach. So here for grades 1 to 3, self-awareness and empathy. And how do we do that? Is to story-based choices and sharing circles. We sit in circles and talk to them about it, and each one shares about others. And then for other grades, so grade 4 to 6, then decision making, then you can have a group debate on that. And then the grade 7 and upwards, they can handle more complex skills. So we can give them critical thinking and coping skills, and then they will be able to do it. So they can handle more complexity. And small children will be more physical, story-based, physical, playful activities. Through them, we can imbibe these skills with them. So let us see one case study here. Suppose here we are teaching physics. I'm sure there are so many others who are teaching various other subjects. I took one example of teaching physics and electricity. In this chapter, say we are asking the child to do a numerical on series and parallel resistors. So in this lesson, in this class, how do I improve the skills in them, these life skills in them? So in this particular thing, when they are understanding, when they are reading this circuit, they are understanding. Then they are exploring. What formula should I use? Should I use a parallel circuit formula or a series circuit formula? Then they substitute the values and all these things. Then they reflect, is this answer right? Or is my calculation right? So in all these things, they are doing problem solving, critical thinking, when they are thinking whether this is right or not, and also to choose the formula. Which formula should I use? They are using the decision-making skills. So these are the skills, and we tell them that at the end of the lesson, not just solving a problem, and at the end of the lesson, we can tell them, you have solved a physics problem, but actually you have practiced how to think when you immediately don't get the answer. Suppose a child doesn't get the answer. We should not directly give the correct answer to them. Ask them, how did you get this answer? What are the ways you went through to get this answer? Does it make sense to get, for example, in this series and parallel combination? If the answer is less than the individual resistor, then we ask them, why did you get that? Okay, so this is how we develop critical thinking, decision making, and problem solving when we are doing our numericals in our classes. I hope you are able to connect with all this, ma'am. Any other example that you can give? Any other example? Anyone else? When you are teaching any lesson, take any other subject. All right. Now, how to see if students are practicing it or not? So first thing we need to do is we need to observe their behavior. We need to observe their behavior. Many times we are in a great hurry to complete our syllabus. We go to the class, we start the lesson. All of you take out your books and we start our multimedia boards, and then we start our lesson. If you take few seconds to glance at the class and observe their behavior, then we can know that what they are going through, what are the skills they need, and how we can help them. So if the clearest sign is unprompted behavior, when a student is sharing without being asked, when two students resolve a conflict before you step into their conflict, these moments tell you even before even a checklist. What do you say? If they're able to solve a conflict by themselves, what is the skill that they have learned? Please respond, ma'am. Yes. Social skills. Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Nupur, ma'am. Anyone else?
Ma'am, can you repeat the question, please?
If
Actually, there
the,
was a network issue.
all right. If the student has solved their conflicts before you step in, what is the skill that they are demonstrating? Yes, Deepa ma'am. Interpersonal skills, Punita ma'am. Correct. Thank you. Thank you. Now, then the other way to see whether the students are practicing or not is reflection journals, the weekly prompts. What decision did you make today? Was it good? And every 15 days, if we can review that, that would be good. Then peer feedback also is important. My friend listened to me today. My friend told me this. They said yes or no. These things also reveal a lot about their skills. And teacher checklist. Suppose we can make a list of the students and on a scale of 1 to 3, see how they are improving on the over the week or over a month. Over the week is very small time, very short time to have an idea whether they're improving or not. We also need to have a checklist. Then notice the quality of their questions and their willingness to share. So they're improving their quality of their questions. What is the skill they are improving on, ma'am? If their skill is, if their quality of questions is improving. Okay, their communication skills are improving. All right. Then, and if they are showing empathy, if they are showing empathy, that is also a great thing. That the better tone is always a growing skill. And self-rating. Suppose a student rates himself. This is more powerful and useful for older students. A student rates himself honestly, or say a 2 on empathy on first week, and after a month he rates himself 4, regardless of whatever the score he has put, but he has grown on self-awareness. So he is able to see about himself. Am I empathetic? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? So he is able to understand himself. So that self-rating also is very good for senior children, a little older children. Any discussion can be done on this, ma'am? Anyone? Kindness, cognitive skills, self-awareness skill. Thank you. And self-management skills. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that feedback. Now, this is uh, actually, I would suggest we should take a printout of this and keep it with us at all times, because we need to observe. These are the observable signs of skills in action. Suppose child is he pauses before answering a question, and he asks why or what if. What are the skills that the child is having? What skills is the child having? Or if the child is making an eye contact while listening, what skill is the child having, ma'am? Please respond.
Ma'am, he is confident, he is inquisitive.
Inquisitive, confident. Yes, his social skills are improving. Yeah. And then suppose he is able to name his emotions accurately. His emotional skills are improving. He, in a conflict, or in any situation, he walks away instead of reacting to a situation. His emotional skills are also improving. And he returns back to his work after he is frustrated. Then he has more control over himself. So his emotional skills are improving. And he takes turns to speak voluntarily. That means he's giving chance for others. So his social skills are improving. So if we keep a note of all these things, if we take a screenshot of this and keep a note of these things in when we go to class, it's a very good thing to have it in front of us to observe what they are feeling. Thank you, ma'am, for these messages. Confident and attentive, controlled emotional skills. Yes, they are having controlled emotional skills. So these are the observable behaviors to look for in each cluster. We are not guessing anymore. When a student uses I feel language in a conflict, this is social skill. And he's returning back to his work, emotional skill. So we are looking for these skills every day when we go to our class. So whenever we are going to the class, we need to observe these skills. Now, what are the common pitfalls to avoid? A quick word of what not to do. The biggest mistake is lecturing about these skills. Do you think when we lecture them about these skills, the children will be able to understand and improve upon these skills? A simple yes or no. Yeah, they will never understand. Thank you, Sumarna, for saying that. So we need to not to lecture them about these skills, and telling students to be empathetic and Will that build empathy in them? Be empathetic, be empathetic. We continue to say that that will not build empathy in them. And the second mistake that we do is we treat it as an extra work. It is not extra work. It is part of our lesson. As we 1 minute or 2 minute work as we do our regular lessons. And it is not at all extra. It is close with a reflection question. What did we practice today? What skill did we practice today? Without that, learning doesn't happen. Okay, so these are some what to avoid and what are to do instructions, ma'am. Okay. Now, these are, I listed out a few ready to use classroom activities, which are good. First thing is this feelings check-in. So this is what I asked you in the beginning, checking your feelings and how it is. And then this, the fourth one, this problem box works very well and also develops the interpersonal skills. What is this problem box? Can somebody read it aloud? Okay, Suman ma'am, can you read it aloud, the problem box?
Yes, ma'am. Student anonymously submit a small school problem. Class works together to suggest solution and problem solving.
Yes. So we can put a small box. Let the children put the problems, common problems that the class is facing, and then the class can work together. So we are building a collaborative work with them, social skills and problem solving skills in them. Okay, so these are some ready to do activities. You may take them. Okay, Deepa ma'am, you make an anecdote of all students in the class, jot down and pass it to other teacher because it helps them also to interact. Very good, ma'am. Thank you for this suggestion. I think I will also take this one. Thank you.
Welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, this is what because I do it. That's my observation in the class, and I also take from the other teachers also because some students they don't react with me on my subjects. So in other subject they also do something. So this is my I have made one register. So I have a habit of jotting down something which I observe in the class. So
Thank
I
you.
make a note of it.
Yeah, that's a learning for me too. Thank you. I will also use it and help others also. Thank you for that suggestion.
Yes, ma'am. That's what we learned, ma'am. We have learned so many things from you. Thank you for sharing all your experiences.
Yeah. So now our 3 takeaways. Life skills are teachable and they're urgent. Every classroom interaction is an opportunity to model and practice them. Earlier, the better. Start with one. Start with one and one class and 1 week. And when we try it for 1 week, we'll know how to go about it in other classes and in the future how to go about it. And if we do many classes at a time and we will overwhelm ourselves and that will inhibit our enthusiasm. And we don't need extra time. We don't need extra time. Use that 3-step method, the method that we just did. Name, practice, notice, name it, notice it. I'm sorry. Notice it, name it, and practice it. Why should we name it? Without a name, what skill will the child practice? So name the skill that the child needs to practice. So we need to notice the skill, notice the situation, name the skill that the child needs to practice upon, and allow the child, give situations for the child to practice. This reflection every day. What did we practice today is a great help for the child. Maybe in the beginning, one child may notice, but in due course of time, maybe after a month, you will notice that half of your class is trying to understand what the child, what skills that they are trying to learn. And I want to leave you with this. You cannot give a child a life without challenges, but you can give them skills to face them, face those challenges. And that starts in your classroom. But so you can give them the skills to face these challenges courageously, clearly, and with compassion. And that starts not a special period or a special teacher or somebody. It is in your own classrooms, in our own classrooms, and it starts from today. It starts from today. And I want you to make one commitment, one life skill that you will start teaching in your class from Monday onwards. Think about it, and you will know what to do and what skill that I will start doing. And I encourage you to write it down on a paper or a notebook or something like that, because some these places, the research shows that when we write it down, it has 40% more chances to that it will come into practice. So please write it down. Start with one skill, 1 week, and that will be a good thing. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. And please do this commitment card. That will be a great one, great starting for all of us. First week, if you start, it would be good. Any other way that you think, ma'am?
Yeah, dearest participants, those who wish to give your feedback can come forward and give your feedback to the resource person. That would be really great.
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am. It was very good and wonderful thing, and we came to know many things today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Many of the things that we did not know in the class that we have to use it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great session, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Radhakrishnan sir, Mridula ma'am, Ritu ma'am, for your feedback. Thank you.
Yeah.
And
Anyone
thank you for
else?
this insightful words also about the ways that you do in your classrooms. That's an encouraging for others also, Deepa ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And really, the session was very informative and interactive, ma'am. It's a lot of learning from this session. Thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your experience.
Thank you. Ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepa ma'am. So thank you so much, Elizabeth ma'am, for a wonderful session that you have brought forward today. Definitely, the topic itself is very important, and teachers should constantly strive hard, working towards all the points that you have mentioned. So that's all for today, dearest participants. Thank you so much for